Red Riding Hood and the Wolf. As soon as Wolf began to feel that he would like a decent meal, he went and knocked on Grandma's door. When Grandma opened it, she saw sharp white teeth, the horrid grin, and Wolfie said, "May I come in?" Poor Grandmama was terrified. "He is going to eat me up," she cried. And she was absolutely right. He ate her up in one big bite. But Grandmama was small and tough, and Wolfie wailed, "That's not enough. I haven't yet begun to feel that I have had a decent meal." He ran around the kitchen yelping, "I've got to have a second helping." Then added with a frightful leer, "I'm therefore going to wait right here till Miss Red Riding Hood comes home from walking in the wood." He quickly put on Grandma's clothes. Of course, he hadn't eaten those. He put on shoes, he put on hat, he combed his hair, and after that, he even brushed and curled his hair and sat himself in Grandma's chair. In came the little girl in red. She stopped, she stared, and then she said, "What great big eyes you have, Grandma." "All the better to see you with," the wolf replied. "What great big ears you have, Grandma." "All the better to hear you with," the wolf replied. He sat there, watching her and smiled. He thought, "I'm going to eat this child. Compared to her old grandmama, she's going to taste like caviar." Then Red Riding Hood said, "What great big furry coat you have, Grandma." "That's wrong!" cried the wolf. "Have you forgot to say what great big teeth I have?" "Ah, no matter what you say, I'm going to eat you anyway." The small girl smiled. One eyelid flickered. She whipped a pistol from her knickers. She aimed it at the creature's head and bang, bang, bang. She shoots him dead. A few weeks later, in the woods, I came across Miss Riding Hood. But what a change! No cloak of red, no silly hood upon her head. "Hello," she said. "Please do note my lovely furry wolfskin coat." So enjoy and enjoy.
उसका बैठी रहती है।
Hello everyone, welcome to our show. If any one of you is interested in basketball, please go to the nearby sports complex because that isn't happening here. And if any one of you is here for a fancy play, please go elsewhere because we had a choice to choose between fancy costumes and donuts after the show, and we chose donuts. Oh, hi Danya. What book have you got here?
Oh, this is a book of fairy tales my aunt has got for me from the bookstore.
A book of fairy tales? Huh! I don't believe in fairy tales. I think they are all wrong. All fantasies, fiction, frivolous, and actually the word I'm looking for is fractured.
Wow, I'm glad you think so. I totally can't understand the hullabaloo about the fairy tales. Have you heard the different kinds of fairies like rainbow fairy, forest fairy, flower fairy, and someone as ridiculous as the tooth fairy?
Tooth fairy? Ha ha! I've heard of those. They have a different kind of hobby, collecting teeth. Ew!
I lost a tooth the other day and my mom told me to put it under my pillow, and that in the every night, then what about the germs? I mean, obviously some of these kids are losing their teeth because they don't take care of them. So, ew, gross. This fairy is touching a lot of nasty teeth. And then my pillow. From now on, when I lose a tooth, I'm leaving some antibacterial hand sanitizer under my pillow.
See, that's what we're talking about, Cinderella.
What?
You and your cleaning. Don't you think it's a little too obsessive?
But I love to keep things tidy. Is there anything more wonderful than the shine of a polished spoon or the calming scent from an air freshener plug-in?
Really, you need to get out. Come to the mall with us.
The mall? That would be great!
Really? You'll go?
Sure. There are so many things that need serious scrubbing there. I could probably just spend a month doing the tables in the food court. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that cleaning is my passion. And I've sort of found some new friends around the house.
Those are not friends. Those are rodents.
Well, technically, they are not all rodents. Some of them are birds. Anyway, I have to deal with my wicked stepsister.
Wicked stepsister? Really? I am wicked? Cinderella, you are the one who is wicked. Everyone always feels so sorry for poor Cinderella. But what about me? I deserve a little sympathy too. What wickedness have I displayed to earn this downright silly, insulting name? In fact, nobody addresses me as Anastasia anymore. Wherever I go, they call her wicked stepsister, ugly stepsister. It's so unfair and embarrassing. The other day at the mall, the shoe salesman brought out the biggest shoes in the store for me and said, "I've heard about your big feet." And then he laughed. He laughed. Can you imagine my plight? My shoe size is the talk of town because of her wickedness.
Please, Anastasia, it wasn't me who spread those lies about you in the first place. I just wanted to enjoy the party and dance. I don't know what that fairy godmother was thinking when she gave me those glass slippers. I could have seriously hurt myself. Can you imagine walking in slippers made out of glass? And then that silly, not so charming prince declared a woman hunt across the town. I was happy to get rid of them when he came asking at our door.
You are a fool, Cinderella. A lot of people think I'm jealous of her. Maybe I am, but with a good reason. I went on a diet before the ball. I did my exercises faithfully. I even bought myself a new gown. Blue velvet, designer label. I mean, I was ready. And I thought to myself, Princey, here I come. And what happened? Little Miss Cindy, who has never earned a new garment in her life, whips together her dress out of some old curtains from Big Bazaar, walks off to the ball and snags the prince. It isn't fair.
Hey Cinderella, I need those slippers and the dress back. I rented it out the corner store and I need to return it to get my safety deposit back. Did you really need those? I actually don't have those anymore. What is wrong with you? What do you mean you don't have those anymore? Everything is so expensive. My safety deposit is stuck and my pair of wings is so old. I am not able to afford new ones. And you go to some party and lose all my stuff. And I am supposed to understand. My life is such a mess with these distressing princesses.
This is what I mean by her wickedness. She's lazy, boring, careless, and eccentric. She gets all of this attention for no good reason.
I'm such a mess. I keep on forgetting things these days. Yesterday, I couldn't find my wand. I looked high and low. And then, at dinner time when I opened the fridge, there it was, right on top of my leftover sandwich. Cold and rigid. It is catching up with me, and this umbrella has made a royal mess.
Meanwhile, in the fairy tale woods, there was some confusion. Some fairies were escaping and getting haircuts, while the princess was totally shocked for not getting a chance to rescue the princesses. Some were even entering other people's houses for feeding themselves and breaking furniture that was anyway not liked by the baby bear. Were even shooting animals and getting haircuts done, as they may have been bored of wearing the same color for many weeks and decades. Overall, it was a day full of disorder and delight.
Rapunzel, listen to me. I'm sorry. I just want to know how you got out of that tower.
Oh, what happened? Rapunzel, Rapunzel, you've cut off your hair. Your blowing tresses are no longer there. That mohawk you're sporting is spiky and pink. I'm really not certain just what should I think. I came here expecting to clamor a parade, to come to the tower, to come to your aid. Instead, I suffered the greatest of shocks to find out you've cut off your lovely long locks.
Prince Charming, Prince Charming. I cannot hide. I have no intention of being your bride. We will not get married. We will not say no. I've cut off my hair and I made it a rope. You came here to visit me. I promise that soon you take me away. But you were too clueless to even conceive of cutting my hair so we could just leave. I can't believe you were such a big door. I come and I go as I please. And so, I'm afraid I can't give you my hand in spite of the fabulous wedding you planned.
Oh dear, oh no, this is all wrong. You need me.
Ha! Haven't you heard? I'm known through the land. I toured the world in a rock and roll band. Silly Prince Charming, you left me in the tower. And now is the time for the real girl power. Stop staring at me, please.
Who are you and why are you running in this fancy dress? You're so beautiful and white. I am Snow White and I was so tired last night. You see, my evil stepmother sent out a huntsman to try to kill me. What would you do if you were trying to escape with your life? I ran and this was the first house I came to. Why do there have to be so many evil stepmothers in the first place? Can't there be wonderful stepmothers, or awesome stepmothers, or kind stepmothers, or... Oh, stop! I escaped and reached this house, and it wasn't what I was expecting. Everything was so tiny. Little beds, little chairs, little tables. I heard you slept in some room beds. A little tiny for you? Of course I fitted well. I'm not so large, you see. While on my way here, I saw a tiny house. I think it's a delicious place to stay. Very funny. I hear some footsteps. I better go.
वायु जाता मैं कर दिया आपने क्या बिका ठीक है दरवाजा से निकल आ गया था
Oh, Gretel! That crazy old witch ate so much sweet apple cinnamon pie
Mommy! Did you see how the doctor checked her diabetes and almost passed out? Who lives in a sticky house made out of sweet stuff? That lollipop window made me queasy after I nibbled it through to escape. By the time they took her to the hospital, she was craving for more sugar. I remember once when you nibbled the entire bar of jumbo chocolate that Granny bought, you jumped on the sofa all night till the springs straggled out.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
What's up, Prince? I heard about your escape from the witch's house.
You're too brave,
I must say.
प्रेम से बाहर चल
Hello, Miss Wood. We heard about your brave adventure with the wolves too.
But I heard that you shot down the wrong wolf and that the people for animals are looking out for you because this wolf did not dress up as Daddy. You got the wrong one.
No biggie. If I know how to handle one wolf, I can handle another.
No, aren't you bored of wearing the same outfit for so many years? The same red hood.
Huh? It seems you haven't heard about my new wolfskin coat.
Wolfskin coat?
Wolfskin coat? My, what a party! Why was I not invited to this remarkable reunion? Just because I was in with some absurd charges involving some forage and rickety old children. I see that you all have started to ignore me. You guys siding up with the Bears family? Everyone against me?
Why are you so sensitive, Goldilocks? We just bumped into each other and ended up chatting.
My name is Goldilocks. So I went into the house. I admit it. I knew it wasn't right, but I just did it anyway. But it wasn't to steal nothing. I swear it. I had to go to the bathroom. I was out in the woods all alone. There wasn't a gas station or a 7-Eleven within miles. Not that 7-Eleven lets you use their bathroom. Anyway, as I was saying, I knocked the door. I called out, but no one responded. Then I see that the door wasn't locked, so I just kind of pointed in to see if maybe anybody was home. And the door popped right open. So then I figured I'll just use the little girl's bathroom real quick. I walked into the house. I felt so awful about eating their porridge that I decided I would wait until the bears came and apologized for eating all their porridge. But I waited, and they still didn't come. So then I figured I'll just lay down and takes me a little rest until those bears get better. And the next thing, who knows, is there's all this screaming.
Arrest Red Riding Hood! Save the animals! Arrest Red Riding Hood! Arrest Red Riding Hood! Save the animals! Arrest Red Riding Hood! Arrest Red Riding Hood! Arrest Red Riding Hood! Arrest Red Riding Hood!
In the most shocking incident in recent times, a girl wearing a ridiculous hood shot a poor old wolf in cold blood. She has blamed the wolf for dressing up as her granny. But it seems impossible that it is the same wolf as some granny clothes were found outside the house later of another wolf whose name is the Big Bad Wolf. The town wants answers for this violent act. Can you please answer these questions, dear ma'am? You are seeing this footage live only on our channel, Sensational Today. Stay tuned for further updates.
Hello, Mr. Policeman. I have a serious charge against this girl called Goldilocks.
Well, hello, Mr. Bear. What happened? You look shaken.
Oh my! Haven't you heard? Some obstinate, foolish, ill-mannered girl entered our house and made a big mess. We are looking for her so that we can return the favor.
She broke my chair! There are so many functions that you will be amazed. Daddy, if you don't buy that lazy boy chair, I will throw a loud and giant tantrum. Have you forgotten the supermarket fiasco?
Stop all of you. I am a good man to sue that who has a formidable name like Goldilocks. She dared to trespass into our property, damage our furniture, and eat our furniture. I met Mr. Pot with his lawyer, and he was quite hopeful that we might win the damages from that awful intruder. Well, hello, Mr. Wolf.
Who are you and what's your problem?
I'm Wolf, unpopularly referred to as the big, bad wolf.
Oh, I've heard of you.
Of course you have. Man, you accidentally knocked on some pig's house with the sneeze. They start making stories about you. And then there's a girl in the red hood. I wonder what they're gonna do about her. I have self-esteem issues too, you know. People always go around saying, what a big nose you have. And what big teeth you have. It hurts.
Let us face it, my dear friend. But your eating habits have not earned you a good reputation. You go huffing and puffing people's houses and also dressing up as granny's clothes.
Oh, that was when I had a terrible cold. It's all wrong information. People are always promising happy ending. Where's my happy ending? It feels like all that happily ever after is reserved for princesses and cute little animals. Especially bunnies! They're rodents, I tell you! Rodents!
Well, I know a place recently vacated. It's a tall tower with one window and no doors. A princess named Rapunzel once lived there, but not anymore.
Why? Don't tell me she got married to a handsome prince.
Well, you know how times are changing, so I won't bet on that. Last time I heard on a station that a silly old girl shot down a wolf. Shot down a wolf? Shot down a Mr. Wolf, you should not be roaming around the woods like this. So confident. This girl seems very dangerous. She may be your doom!
Oh my! I'd better get going. Welcome everybody to the triumph of the fractured fairy tales. I'm Alexander T. Wolf, but you can call me Al. This whole story, me being the big bad wolf, is all wrong. I want to tell you the real tale. Actually,
Mr. Wolf, please don't get distracted. You're supposed to welcome the audience. Stop telling your story.
oh well, alright. This trial of fractured fairy tale will be fun, entertaining social situation. You all should sit back as a fairy tale characters, so each other and fight it out legally. So, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, esteemed guests and criminals, hello. All right for his worthiness, the judge for today, Judge Wolfie.
Be seated. Order in court. Sustained. Overruled. Bailiff, what case do we have for today?
Your Honor, today we have the people versus the fairy tale characters. There are some serious charges like cheating, trespassing, stealing, promise breaking, and even murder.
Honor, Felix or Tibet. I cannot express in words what an honor it is for me to have a wonderful judge like you. Buttering me up will not win you the case, my friend. I will decide who is guilty and innocent. Hey, I told you all to stop that. And hey, bailiff, where is my hammer thingy?
Your hammer thingy is next to your ice cream cup. What do your video game?
Found it. Let us begin.
First case is Cinderella versus the fairy godmother.
Hey, I want to be heard first. All this insane rumors of me being the big bad wolf have to be cleared. All wrong, I say. All wrong.
Mr. Wolf, please sit down. You will get a chance very soon. Members of the jury, you see before you an innocent looking young lady. But do not be deceived by her looks, because this lady is in the habit of taking things and not returning them. In other words, stealing.
This is most atrocious. I see you have treated this old lady with absolute disregard to the law.
Your Honor, I want to say only two things in my defense. One, that your table is extremely dirty and needs to be dusted.
Your Honor, this girl Cinderella bought an expensive glass slippers, a designer gown, a lavish coach, and even the coachman. I helped her by renting all that stuff, and now she refuses to return everything. My safety deposit is stuck, and I'm in such a
This fairy godmother is too emotional. Bring her down. I'm going up.
No, Mr.
I need a chance to tell the people that it's the media that has defamed me. I'm Anne. My name's Anne.
Mr. Get down very soon.
Order in the court.
Mr. Wolf, you are interrupted. Please, sit down. Your Honor, please note that these are the medical reports of my client. She has OCD, that means obsessive compulsive disorder, and therefore she cannot be punished for any of these crimes.
Hey bailiff, what is obsessive?
I don't know.
What is compulsive?
I don't know.
Disorder I know. So basically she is a nutcase. Let me confirm that. Madam, what is shiny, made of glass, and you lost one?
My glass slipper.
Okay, so what is the ideal time to return home to remain pretty?
12 o'clock.
And lastly, who can whip out fancy dresses from her wand but does not change her own outfit?
Fairy godmother. What is this quiz? I mean, I apologize, Your Honor, but this quiz is super easy and makes no sense.
You see what I mean? Not a word of thank you or even an apology. She just lost it. I'm so tired of these tantrums thrown by these distressing princesses. First they want some really bad, and then when I whip it out of my wand, they go ahead and lose it all, or worse, lose interest. Now my broken wand is my little magic. Not so very good.
This fairy godmother bring her down! I'm going out!
I need a chance to tell the media. It's the media that has defamed me. I'm Anne. My name's Anne. You will get a chance very soon. Please sit down.
What are you doing here, stepsister Rizella?
Now who is this?
I'm the rider now. I'm going out. Move back, you very beast.
Your Honor, I understand what this fairy godmother means. Saying Cinderella is beautiful doesn't even fair. She got this magical makeover from this fairy godmother. Does my fairy godmother ever turn up with a wand? Does the prince ever dance with me at the ball? The best I can hope for with my pumpkins is a decent piece of bark. And as for rats, well, rats are rats with their sneaky eyes and skinny tails.
nibbling and gnawing at the garbage.
I never saw one yet who turned into a coachman. If you ask me, that Cinderella is weird. Obviously, she's not normal. Besides the fact that she has naturally curly hair and wears size 4.5 shoes, she is so good-natured that it's downright sickening.
What calls upon the handsome prince?
Hey! And when my turn comes, I don't want that foolish handsome prince to get a chance before me. I'm handsome too! I just don't notice it! Some people say I'm the best looking wolf they've ever seen.
Mr. Wolf, it's not about the looks. There's a certain system to be followed in the courtroom. Your Honor, members of the jury, you have all heard all the details of the case of Prince Charming and Rapunzel. You've seen the news on TV, read the comic books, and even streamed it on YouTube. My client accuses Miss Rapunzel for promising to marry him and eventually joining a rock and roll band and breaking the promise.
Wow, I love rock and roll. Which is your favorite band? Mine is Elvis.
My guided maiden, Your Honor, I used to climb that awful tower almost every day. Do you know how many skills you need for climbing the hair rope? The day she shampooed them were clearly the worst. Please, whoever heard of people climbing other people's hair? You gave me such a headache every time you did that. Anyway, can I go? I have a practice session in the garage with my bandmates. We are flying to New York tomorrow for a concert.
Wow, can I have some free tickets? Hey, I also want tickets! Why don't I have the tickets? Order in the court.
If judge has tickets, plaintiff should also some.
I give all of you tickets. Anyway, I would like to withdraw this case as I met the most charming young lady yesterday. Her name is Snowy. Are you talking about me? My name is Snow White. Don't call me Snowy. And I intend to go to that rock and roll band. Hey Rapunzel, can I join your band? I have done my masters in guitar. Of course you can. It will be a pleasure. Miss Snow White, please come to the stands to speak. Your cuteness, please note that I am clearly not interested in being rescued. My mom was anyway going crazy talking to that mirror as if there were not enough people to talk to in the castle. And then I got stuck with 7 dwarfs who barely had space in their house. And now I don't want to get stuck with some prince. I have enough troubles of my own.
All this makes perfect sense. Prince, who told you she needed to be rescued?
Your Honor, I just presumed it after reading the fairy tale. I will teach you who needs to be rescued. You will be sorry, mister. Sorry for calling me Snowy. Sorry for being around. Sorry for troubling me for so long.
Order in the court. But I'm going to see some proper action.
About 5 minutes, Your Honor. The court calls upon Papa Bear.
I'll not let Papa Bear stay.
This is done.
Hey, go. Come on, Papa Bear. Oh.
This is done. Sit down.
Repeat after me. I will only tell the truth. Otherwise, I will not be getting any desserts forever and ever. What kind of silly oath is this? Dear sir, we know what a terrible time you and your family have had. Oh yes, the horror of what we have been through. Objection, Your Honor. The witness is stealing lines from the movies.
Really, this is too much, Mr. Bear. Please tell us your tale in a less dramatic fashion.
I will try. That girl with the silly name like Goldilocks
entered the house and made a big mess, ate the porridge, damaged the furniture, and caused us mental stress. And now Mrs. Bear wants some new bed sheets and BB Bear wants some new automatic massage chair. I am ruined.
Mr. Bear, do you have any witness to confirm that it was Goldilocks who entered your house? When I descended from the tower after my haircut, I saw Goldilocks running from the woods. She was shouting, "Save me from the bears!"
Goldilocks to the steps. Oh, you're already there.
Repeat after me. I will only utter the truth. Otherwise, the bear family will pay you a visit. Gosh, is this an oath or a threat? Anyway, I don't see what the big fuss is about. I was walking in the woods, minding my own business, when I felt I needed to use the bathroom. I saw this cottage. I knocked and rang the bell, but no one answered. And when I knocked again, the door flew open. So then I decided I would go inside and look for the bathroom. And right there on the dining table, I saw it. It was the porridge! It was the porridge!
You know that. So haven't you seen porridge before? Ask me. I see it every single day. On breakfast time, I've never seen any pretzels, pancakes, or sandwiches. Only porridge.
Aha! So you ate it all up. Miss Muffinhead, please back off, as she clearly stated that she was under some porridge-eating spell, and you cannot ask her any further questions. You move back, you cheat! You're a baby! Loser! Muffinhead, we know why you're called Potbelly.
Order in the court. What is this commotion?
It's the action you wanted to see, your smuggler.
Mrs. Bear, you should stop serving porridge to your family in the future to avoid criminal activities. Who has left?
Ever since I'm very young, my mother has taught me not to waste a drop of porridge. So when I saw these balls, I helped in finishing them off.
Saying order have made me want to order. Bailiff, let's order some french fries and a milkshake.
We will order in a while only, then you can have one. Mothers always tell their children, don't be like Goldilocks, don't be like Goldilocks, don't be like Goldilocks. Well, I would like to hear my side of the story. I did walk into the bear's house. I did. I readily admit that. When they weren't at home. Because they had this fancy sign on the door which said, welcome. I'm not a fool. I know what that word means. Bears act like it's all my fault and make a big fuss when somebody believes their welcome sign. I didn't break a chair. One cheap little chair. I wouldn't even make it into a yard sale. And then there was the porridge. Well, I ate it because the bears didn't want it. They went ahead, walking in the woods, leaving it behind. And then there were the beds. Beds. They call them water beds. With no water. No wonder those bears were always walking in the woods. They were looking for a nice, soft place to lay their heads and take a nap. Well, anyway, thanks for listening. I just wanted to set the record straight. When you grow up, be kind to Goldilocks. Tell them that there wasn't such a bad kid. And one more thing. Please don't put welcome signs on your doors when no one's saying welcome.
Miss Potbelly, do you have anything to say?
Your Honor, I would like to clarify the stance of all my clients and reinstate that you would look upon them very kindly. You see, the brief encounters with wolves or bears are nothing we should bring to the courtroom. My clients have been victims of circumstances and therefore should be looked upon with compassion.
Order. I think that would be enough for today.
Oh my! Who's that? Aha! I see. I was not invited to this reunion. And if I may say again, who was responsible for sending out the invites? Was it you? Or you? Or you?
Oh my god, the invites were sent out by the lady over there.
Aha! I'll speak to you in a while. I don't see why witches are considered evil. Alright, you witches, we've got ourselves a PR problem here. Witches have got a seriously bad reputation here in fairy tale land. And it's only getting worse since the Hansel and Gretel incident. I mean, come on people. Eating children, that's just slow. The fairies are thinking of getting rid of all the magic. They can and they will unless we turn things around and prove we can handle having it. We have a crisis here. I mean, what's a witch without her magic? Nothing, I tell you, nothing. We'll just be a bunch of creepy old hags with bad skin and hair. We have to do a major PR thing. Good deeds and stuff. Then say boost your magic and learn how to use chopsticks because that's all your wand will be good for. I see. Whatever is happening with your wand and your magic is only for the best. Now please step down as our last case of defamation is still pending. Big Bad Wolf, to the stands!
What is your name?
I'm Alexander T. Wolf, but you call me Al.
Hi, Al. I thought your name was the Big Bad Wolf.
I will ignore that now. Everybody knows the story of the three little pigs, or at least they think they do. But I let you in on a little secret. Nobody knows the real story because nobody has heard my side of the story. You see, I had a terrible cold and I sneezed and the whole straw house fell down. Who built the house out of straw? I can tell you, that was not a very smart pig.
Dear sir, please wrap up your story now. Since you are big and bad, we cannot assign much time for your testimony.
I'm sick and tired of being called